And if we have everyone in, we'll go ahead and take a moment to let everyone walk in. First of all, I want to thank the young people that are here today. This is our third year. This is a program that I saw implemented in other communities across the country, and I thought, why wouldn't I take that back home to my home county? And there was a lot of negativity. Young people don't want to work. You're not going to be able to do it. You can't get your colleagues to help fund it. And 3 years strong, this is the results of having people who believe in it. And, you know, that's having a great staff. That's having Aretta Green, my assistant, Tanya Gant, our director of neighborhood services, Carla, all the people that believe that we could really make this happen. And so we're going to go into the program. No one came to hear me talk. Everybody came to get their last check and get their refreshments. I know exactly why you're here. It ain't about here in the community. Every Thursday you can listen at me go blah, 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 blah. So today we won't do that. But I do want to thank our entire staff because the directors, the managers, middle management, you took it, not robbery, to bring young people into your program, to not just give them a job, but give them opportunity to learn. And this is growing your own. When people talk about economic development and how we're really going to change Escambia County, this is how we change it. We change it by giving young people an opportunity. We do it by providing opportunity for people to take our place. And many of you did that without opposition and without resistance. And for that, we do appreciate it. I'm very thankful that we have Scott Lonser, our tax collector. Scott, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Other elected officials, Chris Jones, property appraiser, thank you so much for coming. And we do have as a special guest one of the top trial lawyers in America today, and that's not just Pensacola, the country, who will be speaking to us, Mr. Troy Rafford of 11 Papantonio Law Firm. Thank you, Mr. Rafford. Yeah, everybody wants to meet him, yeah. He has a lot of money, I'm telling you. First, we would like to bring to the mic program overview of welcome our job specialist who did a great job after Carla retired running this program, and what you see is the results of her hard work. Mr. Amelia Richardson. Ms. Richardson.
Hello. At this time, I want to welcome everyone who attended today. I know that I sent out numerous emails after email after email after email about the ceremony today, about different things going on with the program. So I'm thankful that the crowd is the way it is right now. I'm thankful for the opportunity that was given to me to be a part of such a great experience. Thank you goes to everyone who helped make this program, ceremony, and reception a success. This is a great program that Commissioner May brought to this county. The ultimate goal is to make sure that each youth gets a chance to see the different career opportunities that this county has to offer, and to help assist in making the right career choices. This summer, we worked with 89 youth who all had to go through several trainings to prepare them for their job placement. Some of the youth were CPR certified, had to complete a level 2 background check, were able to sit in board meetings, assisted with county workers in the field and in the courtroom, just to name a few. Thank you to the youth who conducted yourselves in a professional manner while on the job, and to every department who invited a youth worker to be a part of your team. We would like to also thank the Board of County Commissioners for providing this opportunity to the youth here in Escambia County. I am hopeful that each youth is able to walk away from this experience with increased knowledge and a better outlook at their future. We have heard so many great things that have occurred throughout this summer, including one youth being hired on full-time at the animal shelter, as well as a few others being given the opportunity to even consider coming aboard as a permanent worker. We hope that the ceremony and reception is enjoyed by everyone in attendance today. After the remarks given by District 3 Commissioner Lumen May, I ask that the youth who are pre-selected to represent their district and speak on behalf of their experience in the program come forward to speak. After the ceremony, the reception will take place in the Artel Gallery, located just outside the main doors to the right of the steps. Make sure we respect the gallery while observing the beautiful art that is on display, as well as the PowerPoint created by one of the interns. Once again, thank you to everyone for coming, and continue to push forward towards success.
Y'all give it up, student. Y'all give it up for Ms. Richardson, because she worked hard. As a matter of fact, I mean, don't y'all get it twisted. I know she gave y'all some hours y'all didn't work. Didn't think I was watching, did you? Oh yeah, I was on it, killing my budget. We certainly do want to thank our law enforcement partners. Tommy Latta, who's not here, but Officer Donahue, Officer Gordon, and Chief Deputy Chip Simmons, who we've labored together with youth programs forever. Chip, thank you for coming. We were together earlier this morning. So please give it up for our law enforcement officers. At this time, we will have remarks and greetings about our new county administrator, a friend from years, but a lover of youth programs and children, Janice Gilly. Ms. Gilly.
Thank you, Commissioner May. First of all, I would just like to recognize all of the staff that have been supervising all of you over the past couple weeks that are county directors and supervisors. So would you all please stand if you had students in the youth program? So thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know from having run youth and intern programs before, sometimes it takes a little extra to get them up to speed, and so I do know that it takes extra effort on your part to be part of that. As to the students, I want to tell you thank you so much for the time and talent that you've provided us this summer. I do hope we've imparted a little bit of treasure in your direction for that time and that talent. But one of the other things I'd like to say is this: public service and service to your fellow man is the highest calling that you will have. So I hope that you've gained from this experience, and I also hope that you will consider a career in the future in public service. It is that highest calling, and it is the calling that changes people's lives every day, and it changes the world one person at a time. So I thank you for that, and I do hope we'll get to see you in a couple years when you come in for an application for a full-time position. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Gilly. And we do have a lot of openings at the county, so hold her accountable. Send her y'all resume tomorrow if you're looking for a job. I mean, y'all make sure y'all get it, she'll hire you, all right? At this time, the participants are coming forward to give their remarks. District 1, Michelle Tinker, Gabrielle Ruiz, Hillary Lewis, Michael Johnson, and Michael Thompson. Michelle, thank you. And this is a representative of all 5 districts in Escambia County.
Hello, my name is Michelle Tinker, and I'm from District 1. And over the summer, I was a student worker for Community Corrections, and specifically, I was placed at the Work Release Program. And if you don't know what that is, it's a program where inmates at the jail who qualify can stay at the facility and serve their sentence and be allowed to go out and work their job and make some income while they do that. So I was in the back in the offices with the probation officers and with the director, Mr. Fleetian. And being at Work Release every day was a little bit different, and I saw a lot of things. On a regular basis, I was able to sit in on interviews with inmates, go on walkthroughs through the facility, and conduct field visits on job sites. And then besides that, there was a variety of things I had an opportunity to do, like attend court sessions and observe the legal process, do filing and organizing for the office, and I got to visit probation several times. Just yesterday, I went on a tour of the jail, which was incredibly interesting. As you can imagine, being at Work Release, I was able to see a lot of things in our community in a way that many people don't get to see. So it was a very educational and unique experience, which I'm thankful for. Additionally, this program was great for me, and I know for all the other youth, because we're able to see what it's like to work in a professional setting and to learn about opportunities in our community and just in general for our careers, and to learn how to go about pursuing those opportunities, which is really important. I know that this program provides a hands-on and immersive experience for us to learn about what we want to do with our careers, which is far more impactful than what we could learn in the classroom. I really appreciate the opportunity to work with people in community corrections like Ms. Booker and Mr. Fleetian, who are so committed to serving our community, and I know all the other youth had that experience as well. And it's such a good model for us as we begin our careers. So I'm really thankful for this experience, and I appreciate the opportunity provided by the commissioners and by the county to have this experience. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Gabby. I'm representing District 2. This summer I worked with the Community and Media Relations Department, which was really fun to do because in the future I would like to go into a career similar to that. So I'm honestly incredibly grateful for the Youth Employment Program because I was able to better my skills for what I would like to do and also work with a great team of people such as David, who's probably in the back right now, and then Hannah, who's honestly amazing, provided great feedback for all of my work. So honestly, thank you for this opportunity.
Hello, my name is Hillary Lewis, and I had the pleasure of working at the Pensacola Police Department with Officer Gordon, Officer Williams, and Miss Laura. And this program has really been a great opportunity to change my mindset and my view about the police. I worked side by side with each one of them, and it has definitely changed my thought process. Because at first, I did not, under any circumstance, want to work with the police. But it has definitely changed my mindset, and I'm grateful and thankful for each one of them.
Hello, my name is Michelle Johnson, and I'm registered in District 4. For the summer, I was assigned to work at the Escambia County Tax Collector's Office at Marcus Point. And while I was there, I worked as a greeter and a secretary. I helped check in customers and helped direct them to the correct window for service. I enjoyed working with the employees and learning about the ins and outs of the tax collector's office and how it functions. I enjoyed meeting and helping people in our community from all different walks of life. This was a very rewarding and fulfilling experience. The employees at the tax collector's office were very professional, great mentors, and I learned so much from them. I think this youth employment program is very important. I believe learning how to work in a professional setting at a young age is essential and will prepare you for whatever you want to do in the future. I personally gained great job experience from this program, and I believe this is a very valuable tool for the youth in this county. Overall, I am extremely thankful for this wonderful opportunity to receive such valuable training. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michael Thompson. I'm in District 5, and I was one of the youth summer program workers for this year. So, this program has taught me many new things and has also helped me to improve in many different areas for the work field. From the pre-trainings to the job that I was assigned to, I was able to learn many new things that were beneficial, not only to myself, but also to the many other youth workers who were involved in the program, such as learning the importance of being punctual, increasing problem-solving skills, and learning how to always follow safety procedures. I was assigned as a field worker in the area of risk management. If wondering, risk management is responsible for providing strategies to assess and identify potential risks that may hinder the reputation, safety, security, and financial responsibility of their organization. I am so thankful for the experience I gained during the program. I have truly enjoyed the youth summer program, and I feel like it will last for many years to come. This program is a great way to give many teens and young adults the opportunity to have an amazing job experience. In closing, we appreciate Commissioner Lumen May and the Board of Commissioners for the vision that they have put forward to develop our communities. I would like to give thanks to Mr. Bob Dye, the risk manager, for giving me the opportunity to work in this division. And lastly, I would like to give a special thanks to Mr. Rufus Smith III and Mr. Ernie Baum for the supervisory training that they provided for me. Thank you all again for this opportunity.
Thank you. Let's give it up for these young people once again. Thank you again. And as parents, staff, and community can see, this was just not about giving someone a job or a handout. They actually were learning and getting valuable experience. And we do applaud those 5 from each district. We can see how diverse our program is. But they're learning, and to come and articulate it in a crowd like this is tough to get before an audience. So we know that the work that our staff was doing, Tanya Gann and Carla and Ms. Richardson, it really paid off. I almost cried there at the end, man. Y'all did a great job. But every year, we're honored to have a dignitary or a celebrity to come in and speak to our young people. This year is none other than last year we had Quinn Studer, that we reach out and try to find a person who's a shining light that's contributing to this community. And I'm very honored today to introduce the speaker who will be bringing remarks. He's a dear friend of mine. His name is Troy Rafferty. I could read off a lot of things about him. He's a shareholder at the Levin Pat Antonio Foundation. He has won $4.7 billion national settlement that he did. He litigated a $700 million settlement. I can talk about his philanthropy. I can talk about the Hope Scholarship that Rafferty, Ashley, and his wife gives to inner city children and a chance of giving them hope. But he's certainly dedicated to young people, dedicated to this community, dedicated to this county, making millions of dollars. He could live anywhere in the country, but he chooses to live here, and he chooses to stay involved in the community. And I couldn't think of a better person to offer inspiration and words to our young people than Troy Rafferty, my friend. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Rafferty.
Thank you, Chairman. All right, let me tell you, those were some impressive presentations from our young folks. You have a rule, and I've given a lot of speeches over the years, and there's a rule: you never want to follow speakers who are better than you, which is usually why I always make sure I follow Chairman May. But he didn't tell me I was going to have to follow those 5 young people. So I'm going to talk to you, but actually before we get going, I'm going to talk to you for just a few minutes. Chairman May told me I was limited to 5 minutes because he said really what y'all want to do is get your checks and get to the reception. But I'm going to talk to you about a couple things. 1, success, and 2, giving back. And I'm going to spend a few minutes doing that, but before we do that, I don't think anybody yet has given Chairman May, whose brainchild this program was 4 years ago, a round of applause. So Chairman May talked in his opening remarks about the fact that, you know, it was a privilege to give the opportunity and to provide the opportunity to our young people in the community for this summer employment program. But I want to take a little different approach, and that is I want to thank you all, because no matter what the opportunities are that are provided to us throughout our lives, it's only if we take advantage of those opportunities that they really mean anything and that they amount to anything. And I want to congratulate y'all on completing this program and spending the summer and choosing to spend the summer working. Because throughout the summer, y'all could have made the choice to hang out with your friends or hang out at the house and watch TV, go to the beach, do whatever your other friends are doing that aren't in this program. But y'all made the conscious decision to work and to learn. And that's the key. And that's really one of the keys to success. One of the keys to success. And I didn't come from a family with wealth or money. I had to work, and I had to work throughout my entire youth. I've had a job, I think, since the day I can remember. Since I think I was 13 when I first started digging ditches for whatever I could earn. And I've done just about every job there is. I've been a busboy. I've cleaned butcher shops. I even worked making sausage in a meat factory. I did just about anything and everything, and I'd do 2 or 3 jobs at a time if I had to work my way through school and to give myself the opportunity to succeed. Because success only is the result of one thing, and one thing only: hard work. That's it. And y'all have shown by being in this program and working through this summer what it is you have in your hearts. And what you have in your hearts is determination, grit, and hard work. And that is what the key to success is. Because without that, you have nothing. When you work, you create opportunities for yourself. When you work, you help create opportunities for other people, and you learn. And that's what the key to success is. Now, and that's both inside school and outside school. Inside school, and I can tell you this from my own personal experience, I was not, and this is going to come as a shock to a lot of people, I was not the smartest person in the classroom. I had to work, and I knew that. There were kids in my classes, both high school, college, law school, that were smarter And they could go take a test and get an A after looking at something for 2 hours. I couldn't. I knew it would take me 20 hours. And so what I had to do is I had to make a decision to put that 20 hours in to keep up with the other kids that were able to do it in 2 hours. And you have to make that decision. And nobody can make that decision for you other than you. And I was blessed. My parents instilled a great work ethic in me. Obviously, all of your parents have done the same thing. And as you go forward and you start thinking about it, as I got older, and I did this throughout I've done this ever since I was, I shouldn't say these kind of things since I was this tall. But I have done this ever since I can remember. I leave notes to myself on my nightstand that say, get up because your opponent is sleeping. Get up if it's in school. Get up because everybody else is sleeping. And you can get up and you can get that extra 2 hours of preparation in. And that gives you an advantage. And it has spilled over into my practice of law. And I try a lot of cases, to juries all over this country. And when I walk into a courtroom, just like when I was in a classroom, I'm not usually the smartest guy in the courtroom. But I know when I walk in there, and the reason I have confidence is because I know nobody in that courtroom, especially the people on the other side, are outworking me. And that's what it counts. That's where it counts. Nobody's going to outwork me. And I still keep those notes. When I'm in a hotel room trying a case in Chicago, I've got a note next to my bed that says, get up. They're asleep. And it drives you, so when your alarm goes off, you don't roll back over and hit the snooze button. So as you go forward, you kind of learn what it takes and what it is you have to do to be successful, and how that spills over into every aspect of your life. And to the extent I've had any success in my life, it's been because I'm the first one in the office, I'm the last one to leave, and it's hard work. One of the things I ask people, y'all are going to be interviewing, you already have interviewed, but you're going to be interviewing for jobs. I can tell you I've interviewed an awful lot of lawyers to come to work at my firm. And yes, you got to have grades, and that's where a lot of the hard work comes in. You got to do the hard work in school to get the grades. And the grades are what usually gets you in the door. But that isn't what drives me. The question I ask every applicant that's looking for a job in my law firm is, did you work your way through school? What jobs have you held up until the time that you're coming to this law firm and applying for a job? And I don't care what kind of job it is. I just want to know whether they've got what you have in your hearts, and that is grit. That is determination. That is the ability to work hard. And that's what I ask everybody. And a lot of people are surprised. But let me tell you, it makes a difference. Give me hungry. Give me somebody who's hungry, who's determined, and who's willing to work over somebody who's got a Harvard degree and, all these accolades or this Princeton degree or anything else. Because I don't have any of that. But a lot of the opponents that I face do. But like I said, nobody's going to outwork me. And I can tell based on the fact that y'all went through this summer, nobody's going to outwork you. And y'all need to just keep that in mind, and you need to keep that moving forward as you continue on your journey. The second thing, very briefly, I want to talk about, because success really doesn't mean anything unless you give back. You have to give back. Whatever success you achieve, you will not have achieved on your own. You will have achieved it because of friends, family, colleagues, public officials. You will have achieved it because of communities that were there to help, community programs like this. And it's important that once you become successful, you give back to this community. A great example of that is the person who we gave a round of applause to, Chairman May. Chairman May, his wife, his mother, his entire family have made a life out of giving back to this community. So make sure, because success, if that's all you're looking for, if you're just looking for, money and material things and those types of things, that isn't success. Success is being happy, enjoying the work that you do, working hard, and giving back to your community. So once again, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody for going through this program, and I especially want to thank all of our county employees that participated in it. I want to thank all of our county commissioners and our law enforcement and everybody who helped make this happen. Thank you.
Y'all give it up for Mr. Rafferty one more time. The best thing I've heard about Troy, and he's winning $700 million verdicts, $1 billion verdicts. They say he may be short in stature, but he's a giant in the courtroom. And so we appreciate Troy being short. You should never make smart comments about a guy that's going to get a mic after you. But I often say in my intro and when we're speaking, if you want a great lawyer, you should call Fred Levin. But if you really want to win a case, you ought to call Troy Rafferty because he wins every last one of them. At the time that we're here to celebrate you again. We know that it's going to take a little while, but we want to make sure that we recognize every participant that completed. So please, everyone will get their day in the sun, and we know that directors and managers will have remarks. We'll try and keep them short, but we do want your child and every child to be recognized, and we do want to provide the same etiquettes that we would expect young people for ourselves to our colleagues. So at this time, Ms. Richardson, would you come up and introduce our departments? And Mr. Rafferty, we'd have you come up and help hand out the certificates if you would. Ms. Gill.
Okay, the first department we have is the Brownsville Community Center. We have Kiki. We call her Kiki.
All right, so she's the first one. We'll get this worked out.
Coco. Cleveland. Jaden Hartley. Kydarian. Armani. Dasani. And Shakira Miller.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Thank you. Next, we're gonna call up Evan Wood, Leroy Williams. Will all the Evanwood Community Center youth workers come up, please? And just line up in the front.
First, I just want to, first of all, give thanks to our commissioner for an opportunity and a vision for our community for a program like this for the Pensacola community. I can say 39 years ago, they had a program similar to this that was called the Student Aid Program, and that's why I first got my start. And 39 years later, here I am standing, and I'm just talking on behalf of that. I think it's an awesome program. And for the last 7 weeks, these young people right here has displayed some, awesome professionalism. They're ready for the workforce. They're hard workers. They're very humble, very passionate about what they do. The kids love them. They was actually working at the Evanwood Community Center for 150 plus kids each and every day, and they did an extraordinary job. We're sad that they're going to be leaving us, but we know that they're going to better places and do better things. So we're excited. Thank you.
Okay, Malik Durant. Edward Lewis. Laniqua Paget. And Malcolm Presley. We have one that's missing, Javion Hooks, but we will make sure that he receives his certificate. Okay, next we're going to call up CRA, Community Redevelopment Agency, Sherry. And with the youth workers, Javaris Carter, Maja Lovelace, Tavares Powers, and Asia had to leave early. Come up, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to say that it was a great pleasure for us to have 4 of these summer employees with us this year. They accomplished great things, we feel like, while they were within our department. But some of the things, just real quickly, in addition to administrative duties, we trained them to make PDF documents ADA compliant. They went out in the field with the program managers. We took them to view our districts. They did site visits. They were involved in a cleanup around the Brownsville Community Center. Our boss, Claire Long, assigned them to do a presentation on their thoughts and ideas for the Brownsville Community Park. She also gave them invoices and had them separate street lights, the cost of the street lights for 5 of our districts, and they had to create a spreadsheet for the total monthly cost for each one of those districts. So we feel like that they gained a little bit of knowledge while they were with us, and I just want to wish them the best of luck in all of their future endeavors.
So Javaris Carter, would you please come and get your certificate, please? Maja Lovelace. And Tavares Powers. The next up is Commissioner Lumi May's office. Elena Longmire, Sanaya McWilliams, Destiny Paget, and Miles Wright.
Best officer to work for.
The next department we had was Development Government Services with Horace Jones, but his youth wasn't able to attend today. Did you want to come up?
I had Miss Yasmin, and she was excellent. And I want her next year. Commissioner, I want Yasmin next year. Oh, she came in. I mean, and the way that they got on my computer, see, I'm sort of old at some of that stuff. We've been trying to get a project done for ever since I've been here. And this is the truth. Yasmin done it in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I said, oh my God. So she was excellent. So we thank y'all. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner Gilly, and everyone for I want Yasmin next year. Anyone else? Y'all come volunteer for me next week if you want to.
Next, we have Building Services Inspections, Jennifer Hampton or Teresa.
I guess I'm nominated. She don't want to come up. Lanisha, Amina, and Trey. These three are amazing, and I'm going to say the same thing Horace said. We want them back. Tim found out that they were leaving today, and he was like, no, we're keeping them. They can't go. So we're very thankful for this program, and these three are amazing.
Thank you. Next, we have City of Pensacola. We have building inspections with the city, as well as the Pensacola Police Department. We had Jasmine Payne there, as well as Diamond Lewis and Hillary Lewis.
I'm Stephanie with Inspections, and we were so thrilled to have Jasmine with us to help her come out of her shell and not be so shy. And we look forward to maybe if we could get her back next year as well.
For sure.
And thanks to Commissioner May for inviting the city to participate in this great program. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Jimmy Donahoe with Pensacola Police Department. And, you know, Hillary and Diamond got to go with us on some fun things. We did a Camp Friendship, which they participated in all week long with some youth in the community. And they loved that. Some of them were a little younger and difficult. And then on Fridays, we went out, this morning even, went out and participated at Gull Point with the youth up there, and we interact with them. And, you know, something that Hillary said earlier, it was pretty clear that she didn't really want to come to the police department. But what she saw and what she experienced, I think, changed her mind. I think, Diamond, would you say the same thing? Quite, yes. Commissioner May, we'll take all 90 next year if we can change some attitude. That they, hopefully, and this is what we hope they learn, that we're people and we make mistakes, but we try to correct them and do the best we can. So that's what we hope they learned from that experience, and they both did great. They did some monotonous, boring things, and that's what police officers do sometimes. You do monotonous, boring things, but they participated and did well. We appreciate it.
Congratulations. Down in the row.
Next, we have CMR, Community and Media Relations, with Hannah, James Hill, and Gabrielle Ruiz.
Hello, thank you. I'm Hannah with CMR, and we have James and Gabby, who we have been so lucky to have this summer. James was actually with us last summer, and he has produced and directed, shot and compiled tons of PSA videos, commercials, and event videos, and we have just been so thrilled to have him back for a second year. We would love to have him for a third year if he wants to come back. And then Gabby has been amazing as well. She's done social media management, she's written press releases, she's gone to events, taken photos, and has just been a great asset to our team. So thank you guys both so much, and I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, next we have Community Corrections with Ms. Tammy Booker. Okay, anyone else with Community Corrections is free to come on up. Destiny Lee, Tiana Reese, as well as Michelle Tinker.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. There we go. To Chairman May and Commissioner, all the commissioners, to our County Administrator Gilly and Mr. Troy, and to everyone that's present this afternoon. I am Tammy Booker, the Division Manager for Escambia County Community Corrections. We are ecstatic because we had some awesome students. These youth summer workers were sensational. We had a lot of emphasis on professionalism and a sound work ethic. I call these the triple flowers. They represented. They made this program shine. We have been participating in the program since its inception because we provide alternatives to incarceration, which means we have probation, pretrial release, pretrial diversion, check diversion, GPS. We have all sorts of alternatives. So a lot of our work is very serious, but we have a good time as well. And I would like to say to each of them, always remember to keep your great work ethic and to remember that you are setting goals that you will achieve and accomplish. We have a special gift for them. This is Mr. Burton Chesterfield. He is our manager for pretrial diversion and court services. Corey Fleeshon, work release administrator, and Angela Meek, pretrial release administrator. So we're very fortunate to have each of them. Michelle worked at work release with Mr. Fleeshon, and Tiana worked with Mr. Chesterfield in court services and pretrial diversion. And Destiny has been with us for 3 years, and she worked with pretrial release with Ms. Meek. So you can see that we were very fortunate. So as they get their certificates, we have a special presentation for them as well. Just a little treat from us. Destiny, Michelle, and Tiana. Can you all come in closer, please?
We're going to do one big picture.
Okay, very good. So let's give them a round of applause. They did an excellent job.
Next, we
Thank you,
have
Tammy.
risk management. Taylor Hill and Michael Thompson.
Hi, I'm Bob Dye, Risk Manager. I had two great young people working with us this year, and I had one great person working with it. No, we had two great people last year as well. But Taylor came back again this year. We were so proud to see her come in and work with us. She spent most of her time in workers' compensation. She got to know a lot of our employees as they went through trials and tribulations with their injuries. And Michael worked with our risk analysts and went out and worked traffic accidents, inspected parks, did safety inspections, and they really turned the work in well. So I'm proud of both of them, and I'm looking forward to someday working with them professionally.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, Michael.
Our next department is county administration. We had Emma Cruz. She was unable to make it today. Next, we have county attorney, Lauren Charles and Clayton Mike.
Come on down, Clayton and Lauren. We had a great summer with Clayton and Lauren. They had an opportunity to work in an office setting, learn how to use our software programs. They did a lot of some legal research even, but the most exciting thing I think was they got to sit in on some of the Board of County Commissioners meetings.
That was fun.
Public forum and watching the elected officials go at it, I think might have been a highlight, but enjoyed it very much, and I hope that we get to see both of them back next summer. Thank you.
Next, we have ECAT with Tanya Ellis. Sierra Rancifer was unable to make it. DeKayla Whitehurst and Tajon Johnson.
Good afternoon. I'm Tanya Ellis, the interim mass transit director for ECAT, and we had 3 young individuals that were amazing. They worked with us. We've done, because we're the transit system, they have actually gone out to different events with us, as well as work inside our office. I call it our silent threesome because when we put them to do a project, they just did it, and you didn't even realize they were doing it. They just kept going on it. We had a project, about 5,000 files, that was going to take us about 6 months to complete, and they have been able to complete it in this last few weeks, and we just appreciate all the work that they've done and look forward, hopefully, next year having them come back with us again.
Next, we have transportation survey operations.
Hi, my name is Colby Brown, the Assistant County Engineer. We had Zach with us this summer. Zach did a great job. It was interesting. I got a little story. When we described the work, they said we'd be starting about 6 o'clock in the morning. And there was a lot of boos on that one, but Zach stepped up and we really appreciate it. He got a little work out in the field and then a little work in the office. I think he appreciated the office work a little more than out in the field. Learned to swing the machete and cut some line, but I really appreciated his work and he stuck with it. Did a great job, was able to be a huge help to our department, and I think hopefully we were able to impart a little to him as well. So Zach, thank you so much.
Engineering and construction management, Scott Sanders, Rayla McCoy, or either Derek Fox.
I'm Joy Jones, County Engineer, and we appreciate Bobby and all he did on our bridge program. He did a lot of research for us, and he read a lot of boring documents, but he didn't go cross-eyed, so he was here with us last year. We really aided it. He also started with a different department in the beginning this year, and we ran into him, and we talked him back over, and he came back, and we hope he sure does come back next year. We appreciate it.
Extension Services, Molly Graham.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Nick Simmons, the County Extension Director. Our department's a little bit unique. We're actually a three-way partnership between Escambia County Board of Commissioners, University of Florida, and the United States Department of Agriculture. We really enjoyed having Molly with us this summer. She got to go out and do some field work with some of our agents. She helped out a lot, especially with our 4-H youth day camps, and there was a lot of variety to those day camps, and so she really stepped up, and we really enjoyed having her. And I'm proud to say that she's heading off to my alma mater at Mississippi State University to be a Bulldog this fall. So I want to wish you the best of luck as you go forward.
Okay, next we have the school district. We have J.E. Hall Center, Alternative Education, Fiddlers, Maintenance, School Choice, Social Studies, Lone Leaf Elementary, Pine Forest High School, and George Stone. If anyone or in that department is here, would you please come up at this time? The youth that were working in those departments: Anna Ariola, Nia Russell, Tiana Watson, Christopher Fulford, Naja Russell, Gracie Willis, Maria Ariola, Benjamin Ariola, and Elijah Alexander. He is not here today, but he will receive his certificate.
Tia what? Tiana? Christopher?
We were very happy at the Hall Center to have these student workers in different departments. I can speak for Nia, who was our student worker, very efficient, eager to please, wants to work, learned a lot of filing and student record documentation, and we were very happy to have her.
From Social Studies, Gracie was with us this summer and became part of the team and cleaned up a lot and filed a lot and copied a lot and learned that we do a lot of preparation in the summer for schools to come back to work. But we were thrilled to have her, and I'm glad to know that we maybe can have her again.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Lynn Harris. I work with the Fiddler's Emerald Coast Associate Center. We were pleased to work with Tiana this summer. Everybody thinks that summer is a slow time in the school system, and nothing could be farther from the truth. So she got a lot of experience in working on professional development projects with us and support to our Child Find program. We wish her all the best. This is our first time in our office working with the program. It's awesome, and we hope to work with it again next year.
I'm Teresa Rutherford. I'm with Georgetown Technical College, and we were so blessed to be a part of your program and to have our wonderful student helper, Anna, who will be going off to UWF into nursing. As we spoke about, a lot of students choose to go to the colleges and get their four-year degree. We're very promoting with our vocational technical college because, as you know, one day you're going to go get your car fixed and there's not a qualified person to work on that car. Aviation, all the different programs. She was able to come in to greet the potential student coming in who may be going to testing, who's very nervous, and to just be, she had wonderful soft skills, which we hear all the time is a very issue. So we were blessed to have such excellent help, and wish her all the best. Thank you so much.
Give it up for our school district.
The next department we had was Human Resources. Kevon Black, she's unable to be here. Next, we're going to go to Informational Technology. Everett Oliver.
Hey, I'm Brandon Knuth. I'm our IT coordinator. I was Everett's direct supervisor while he worked for us. He did an awesome job, and we definitely want him back. Hopefully, everybody knows IT's a little crazy. He didn't get too much, didn't learn anything from the crazy side of the house, but he was very helpful and learned a lot with our help desk and going out and working with our techs in the field. So we greatly appreciate it, and we do hope to have him back as well.
I just see that our great mayor of the city of Pensacola is here, Grover Robinson, who participated. Grover, please come forward. We're going to have him here with the picture, but we will hear from him before we finish.
Next, we have the public library. Danielle Brown, Gabrielle Brown, Ryan Fulford, Percy Goodman, Peyton Goodman, Cara Haig, Haley Haig, Megan Haig, and Jordan Payne. He is off at college.
Okay, I'm going to let Susan White, our head of circulation, do the actual individual recognitions, because I don't know who thought they were getting the best joke on us, but we got a set of triplets and 2 sets of twins. So I don't want to make any mistakes here. Any rate, so we have 9. We could pull off our own baseball team here, but they all did a really good job this summer. I don't think any of them really realized how diverse the things we do at the library are. They got to work in our children's department with our STEAM events, which are science, technology, engineering, arts. They got to handle grumpy patrons. They also went and did things at the genealogy library, and basically every single department they got a little bit of experience at this summer. So as I said at the presentation to people, if you don't know what you want to do in life, choose the library, because you can do anything.
We're going to ask the mayor to get in this picture with us. Troy. Give it up for our library. Thank you. Thank you so much. The mayor and I have been running around together all day. We were at the Citizens with Disabilities, where the mayor was the keynote speaker, and I did a proclamation, and I said, I'm going to run and get to the county where you can handle this, and he was gracious enough to stop by to offer some words. And Grover was instrumental in getting this program funded when I wanted to start this 4 years ago. And without his vote and support, we couldn't do it. And he took it over to the city, and the city has become a partner, a financial partner, and a supporter of this program. So please join me in welcoming the Mayor of Pensacola, Grover Robinson.
Thank you. And I apologize. I had another event I'd signed up for. Today is the 29th anniversary of the Citizens with Disability Act. So we were recognizing that. Sorry I couldn't be here, but I know that I certainly enjoyed. I saw what the success this was. So when I came to the city, I said, we want to invest in our young people and we want to do this. So I said, I don't have to be the one to invent the wheel. I said, I know Lumen's got a good program. So I said, how can I just participate? I know we had some earlier that were recognized with our police department. I certainly know we had a great person at the mayor's office. We appreciated her support. But again, we had a very good time being a part of this, and we certainly want to participate next year. I think investing in our youth is what we want to do. I really appreciate what Lumen has put forward in doing that, and the city is definitely committed to that. I've got another meeting I got to run to, but I promised Lumen I was going to get here. This has meant a lot to us to participate. Thank you for all of you. We're going to be dependent upon having great, we need our youth. If we're going to be a great city, we're going to need our youth to be great and come back here. We're trying to create the jobs for you to come back to, so we need you to be doing as much as you can. I appreciate you taking your summer to be a part of working with the county and the city and helping make things better. Thank you.
Y'all give it up for the Mayor of Pensacola, a great friend and a great supporter.
Next, we have Parks and Rec, Michael Rhodes. Eleanor Myers. Sorry, Eleanor.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jane with Parks and Recreation. And we had the pleasure of having Miss Ellie in our office. She was great, and I'm so thankful for this program. It's awesome. And we really hope to have her back again next summer, but I don't know if that's going to work out.
Next, we have the Property Appraiser's Office. Zakia Peck.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Renee Brown. I'm the exemptions coordinator for the Property Appraiser's Office. I do apologize on behalf of Mr. Jones. He had a 1 o'clock appointment and had to leave, so he said to tell you, sorry he couldn't be here. I have come to have Zakia for a second year in our program. This is our second year participating, and thank you for that opportunity. She expanded herself this year at her own doing. She decided to expand over into our deeds department. So not only was she part of exemptions, she grew in parts of the deeds department and also our tangibles department. So hopefully you youth would realize that what you get into in the front door would be the door opening to a future if you apply yourself. So take these opportunities seriously. They don't come too often. And I have one thing Mr. Jones said to tell you. He said, first we started off hiring you to work for us. He says, now he thinks we work for you.
Public Safety. We have Amari Henderson, Madison Holman, Lauren Johnson, Yoris Martinez, Julian May, Quintasia Mitchell, Malik Ross, and Dominique White.
My name is Tamika Williams. I'm the Business Operations Manager for Escambia County Public Safety. First off, parents, I would like to say thank you for instilling the work ethic in all of these individuals. They were great. The dedication that they showed, it was amazing. It would be an honor to have them back next year. All of them I got to know on a personal level, and I just want to say it was an honor to work with you all. I know each and every one of you will go far in your future endeavors because You all fly high. I can't say anything bad about you, whether you're going back to FAMU, back to the band. Those are going back to University of West Florida. Those who are enlisting in the military. I can't wait to see what you all become because of what you show me. I have no doubt in my mind that you all will be overachievers and be far beyond what you think you can do in life. Thank you.
And I'm John Dosh. I'm the interim public safety director, and I wanted to first and foremost thank Tamika for managing the young adults here in this program. And I too echo that the folks that I saw working around the public safety building for these last 7 weeks are phenomenal young people, and I too can't wait to see you at our doorsteps. Hopefully looking for employment. We have openings, so if anybody's interested, come see us.
Literally, they got a lot of openings and more to come. Thank you. Let's give it up for our public safety. These young people have had to go through a lot. We really appreciate this group right here.
Next, we have Scott Lunsford, Tax Collector's Office. Alicia Fowler, Maddie Graham, Michelle Johnson, Lacey Lewis, Michaela McCrary, and Jordan White.
Thank you. I'm Scott Lunsford, Escambia County Tax Collector. Again, we were honored to participate in the program. Thank you, Commissioner, for the vision and the board for supporting it in it. And we absolutely support it. In our office, we have, how many of you guys are volunteer, are students? Students. Yeah. We've had like 6, 7 students that have come into our office, and we have some that are now retired and some that are close to retirement and some that chase them as hard as they can. So you can make a career in this facilities of the county. But our ladies come in this year, and our tax collector's office sees about 1,000 customers a day, and they were helping us to introduce them to our office, the new technologies of how to get in line and pick the services they needed. The managers were very proud of them for the work they did. You can imagine with 1,000 people coming through the door, it's tough to make them all happy, but their beautiful smiles, friendly, helpful attitudes certainly help. And we appreciate all y'all did for us this summer. And we have one that's actually going to stay with us and work part-time. We really appreciate that and glad to have her with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have the Animal Shelter. Joseph Payne, Jayla Young, Nina Coolidge, Travion Goldsmith, Nevaeh Lowry, and Tyree Randall.
So I'm John with Animal Services. I gotta tell you, the county does a lot of great programs, and this is absolutely one of my favorite. We have youth employees every year. I saw some faces earlier that were with us in the past, and I see y'all working for different departments. We're gonna talk about that after. I don't understand what that's about. Summer is the hardest part for the animal shelter. It's so crowded. Yeah, you're right there. Summer is so crowded at the shelter. Our adoptions aren't as high. It's really hot. These guys have come in, this team has come in and made our shelter, help that staff. Our staff was tired when they got there, and it's the perfect time for us. So it's amazing. I love having them there. The one thing, the lunchroom at our offices backs right up to my office, and when they're all in there together at lunchtime, I can't talk on the phone, I can't hear, they're having fun. So I'm glad they're with us, honestly. I also want to say Tammy Booker was trying to show everybody up by giving them extra stuff, so all y'all get a dog or a cat. We're looking forward to that too, so just let me know. We got y'all taken care of. No, really, thank y'all so much for this. Thank you, Commissioner May and the commissioners for doing this for us, and we really appreciate it.
At this time, I want to call Ms. Carla, are you here? Y'all give it up for Ms. Carla. If you've been in this program for a while, yeah, y'all give it up for her. And I know when you had to do your pre-screening, you had to do your orientation, and sometimes it was a little boring, and we had to work through. But Ms. Carlin, she made it fun, she made it exciting. And as much as I get a lot of credit, Tanya Gann and Carla were here as staff people that made this program go. And unfortunately, in the middle, life things happen, and sometimes you want to retire, and during the middle of the program, I'm not going to tell y'all which three, but she came to me and said, I was going to try to stay out, but 3 of these bad children made me retire. No, I'm just joking. She was heartbroken to leave, and we're very grateful. This program would not exist to the level that it exists without your help. So on behalf of all these young people, we often talk about when we leave these jobs, what is our legacy? And I talk to Aretta about that every day I come to work. What's going to be my legacy? How will I be remembered? And I think that you have helped create a legacy that these young people will remember you long into retirement for the rest of their lives and for their children's lives, because you made a difference in the life of a child. So thank you, Carla. We appreciate it so much. Y'all give it up for Ms. Carla. She deserves a standing ovation. We're going to try to get her back here. Again, she's going to volunteer, man, seriously. We do want to thank Ms. Richardson and Carl and the entire staff. When you're thinking over 200 children applying for this job and the dedication for the staff, and I do want to thank our staff, city staff, our other constitutionals. I mean, I can't say enough about the tax collector and his commitment to helping children. And as he said, so many people come in as interns and students, and then they get jobs and they get long careers. I can just tell you, my assistant Aretta, been here 32 years. Tanya's been here 30 years. If you keep your nose straight, if you do what's right, I mean, it can be a great job. And so in closing, you may never make millions like Troy Rafferty. You may never become the administrator. You may not be the director. But what if you do? But when you do owe a commitment back to your community. Whether you're the manager, the director, whether you're over Parks and Rec, whether you're chief of police, whether you're a county commissioner, whether you're over engineering, information technology, public safety, it really doesn't matter. Whatever plight God allows you to do, you should always remember. You should remember that you owe a commitment to give back. And it may not be in Pensacola. It may be in the neighborhood that you're in New York or Mississippi or Alabama. It doesn't matter. Well, just remember that you got to help somebody as you travel along. And so I want to thank you. I did recognize some of our clergy that was here. Pastor Michael Johnson, who's been a great supporter. Pastor Michael Thompson was here from Greater Union. I see Carl, his wife here. We do appreciate parents. We know that we're not substitute for parents. We're supplement to good parents. We couldn't do it without parents. We're investing in what I call the greatest investment in life. It's an investment in human capital. It's a better investment than roads, bridges, anything that we can do, job creation, anything that if we invest in our people, then we'll get a greater return than we could ever expect. So we want to thank you for being here, all the staff behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, our public information, everybody that made a difference. Those of you who had doubt, that you thought that everybody was going to come in with 2 gold teeth, an earring, and saggy pants and mess up your department, and you found out that our young people came with their pants up, with suits and ties, and they were looking real nice, and they were polite. They said yes, sir, and no, sir. So many times the media will portray our children and our young people as being bad people. But I am a testimony that it doesn't matter. You can come from, I came from Morris Court, the oldest housing project in Pensacola. It's not where you are, it's where you're going, and so you can do it. And so again, we appreciate you. You defied all myths, and guess what y'all just helped me do? if I bring this many people in here at budget time, do y'all know how much money I'll get? Because all y'all are future voters. So just remember this program, because every district is represented. So we're gonna ask for more money next time, and we're gonna need your support. You know, y'all know how to Facebook and do all that other social media. Just write your commissioner and tell them we need more money in this program. All right, and so that's how we do it. That's really the way it works. And so we'll get buy-in, and we'll be able to multiply this program because of you. Parents, we do have a reception in Artels, and we want every staff, directors, Mr. Rafferty, we're going to ask him to stay around for a little while. If you want to figure out how to make millions and you want to be an attorney, talk to him. If you want to figure out how to be a director, administrator, a tax collector, or building inspection, just talk to the people that are there. They're willing to share. So as we close, did we miss anything, Ms. Richardson? No, good. What we will do is we will have a moment of prayer here as we depart, and we appreciate everybody for what they did. Dear Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to have influence on the lives of these young people. We thank you for the community support, the parental support, the participant support, the staff support. We know that our success was all dependent on your grace. And we'll be so grateful, and we'll be so pleased and so thankful for all the things that you've done, and we'll give you the praise forever. Amen. Please join us in our tales.
Well, a normal day for me.
So, throughout a typical day.
A normal day for me.
So a normal day, an average day for me here at ECAT.
Well, here at the library, no day is the same.
I went out in the field with one of the inspectors one day, and it was like an all-day thing. We went out. He showed me how to read plans, and he showed me all these different sites and talked about the history behind them and talked about what they were doing.
I'm up front at the reception desk, and my responsibilities as far as that, I check people in, get them in the right line for whatever services they need to do here.
Working with the ADA files, which is Americans with Disabilities Act, I sort them, I file them, making sure they are in the right area.
We check to see, we do like inventory, and we see what needs to be ordered, or we do something for the supervisor.
I gained leadership. Leadership was a big one, and responsibility. I gained those two.
I've developed so many soft skills I didn't even know I had, and I've just really enjoyed it.
In this program, it's a great way to get experience that can help you with different jobs later on, and if it's something that you're looking to start out with, then it's a great opportunity.
And is there a staff member that guided you through this or made you feel more welcomed or made things easier for you?
First person that made me feel welcome was Ms. Smith.
Yeah, my supervisor, Mr. Felicia, who's the director of the work release program.
My supervisor, Derek Fox, he's been pretty helpful.
People here on the fourth floor for the commissioner office definitely was a helping hand to just like guide me, like Miss Dina, Miss Audrey.
My manager, Kimson or Marie, they're both extremely helpful.
Miss Tasha, she is a very bright light. She's funny. Even at 8 o'clock in the morning when we come, she's talking loud and laughing, and we worked with her for during the beginning of the program, and she kind of taught us some things and laid it out and taught us the ways of the office.